Hello guys, so welcome to today's show. My name is CHUKS and you're on JFL TV, the home of football. So if today is the first time we see our program for you to bring you the latest Arsenal news updates as they drop all over the world. So for now, I'm going to dive into some of the news that are making the rounds. So it's no longer a secret. Say Arsenal played Brighton yesterday 1-1 gets for the way they played the match. Now there are so many matters arising. People they talk about one specific incident we happened for inside that match. Gets we say they award Brighton a penalty from the clash of heads between Saliba and I think Joe Pedro. We that one fall for ground. On the holy head, Michael Oliver just blow penalty and the VAR upheld the penalty. But we will backtrack small. We will go back to the beginning, how the match take fair. For the match, we didn't really do that much again because we get some kind of injury and sickness problems really affect our squad. So we had to use what we had at that point in time. So for the first half, we really played that. I say yes, I think I brought in defensive-minded players because he had no choice. And at least first half, he go well with the win 1-0. Then we say, okay, let's see what the second half goes. Second half, we didn't really do much. And especially with it, one day we can't get his own injury, can't come out because he had a muscular injury. In fact, we don't really know what's happened. First, they talk, say, why did I go carry the guy come out? Me, I first say maybe not because of the yellow card when you collect from that corner kick. But as reports come out, you say the guy get muscular problem. And Nicola Arteta say, if we continue. That was how it went out. So Martinelli can't go play that place. Martinelli no even give us that it's a one vibe. Like everything just went down the road, like just go bad. You get Brighton Conde at the ascending order. When you watch Hosela, the press conference of that Brighton coach, he said they should have won. Now we didn't talk that they should have won because they had us now by the no ropes, like talk plenty. But it is what it is. Now we say we unpack everything how it happened. People like Gary Lineker for the punditry duty, could they talk say Arteta they right because Arteta don't come aside. They talk about the match, talk about the penalty, say that should not have been a penalty. And we will still go into Arteta press conference, but we'll look at what's in Gary Lineker and some other pundits, Michael Richards, Danny Murphy, what's in all these people they talk about the penalty. Arsenal were robbed. Now, Gary Lineker said that penalty it should not have been awarded. So the story was reported saying about the cut-off side. Say Michael Arteta is absolutely spot on. Gary Lineker comments on Brighton penalty against Arsenal amid controversy. Now, football pundit Gary Lineker reckons that Arsenal boss Michael Arteta is justified in feeling aggrieved after Brighton and Hove Albion scored from a controversial penalty. The Gunners were held to a frustrated 1-1 draw in their Premier League clash at the Amex on Saturday, that's yesterday. Now, Arteta first of all say, I have never seen something like this in my life. I am really disappointed. So Saliba also touched the ball. Two people compete for ball. Joe Pedro head touched the ball. Saliba head touched the ball. Their head can't jam. Why go penalize one over the other? Can Lineker come talk say, yes, I think Arteta is absolutely spot on. As long as Saliba head touched that ball, come on. You can't come and be awarding the penalty. I even watched the video when they talk. Fellow pundit Michael Richards can't reply. I can understand why people think it's a penalty. I don't think it's a penalty because he heads the ball as well. And you can see it clearly on the third angle there. As the ball comes in, you can clearly see that Saliba heads the ball. So I don't think that is a penalty. Now, Gary Lineker can say, I don't think it's a penalty. So the other thing is, why? Okay, see, I don't think it's a penalty. They both head the ball before they clash. They are both genuinely going for the ball. Not be saying maybe Saliba gets one kind of premeditated aim or ambition to knock the ball. He gets. So two of them compete for the ball. It can't happen like that. Now, another angle Gary Lineker can they look and when we say Arteta said they look and say, never before have we seen a penalty like this. So two people compete for ball with their head. They can't get penalty. Never seen them before. Arteta even talk, saying ask in player, say, Alpha, since when I'm not the people before I buy you now. Now don't see this kind of happen. They say no. Yes. That's what I'm saying. Never have we seen penalties given for head clashes. Now the lady can talk this one though. I've watched football for far too long. And I've never seen a penalty given for a clash of heads. Because clash of heads now, waiting they happen normal for every corner kick. Once people jump up and they compete for ball, heads go clash. Have you really seen a penalty given for that? In fact, this is like the first time. It just creates a precedent. And why now? Now what you got to ask. Second question me I go ask as a follow-up. Why Arsenal? Why you say all these things you know they happen normally? Anytime it won't happen to Arsenal. Why? That is why people always talk, say, the PGMOL, say that there is an agenda. That they have an agenda. Look at how it happened against Newcastle. I think it was last season, the last 2 seasons. They see they don't get camera to see whether that ball don't come up online. Now Arsenal, and I think we experienced that in like 2 times. Why be saying only Arsenal? Camera no go there to check something. Arsenal. And the push ball, like everything now Arsenal. You get. Look at when the season started. Somebody was even mentioning it yesterday. When the season started, they penalized Arsenal for delaying the restart. Like say the one day streets follow the letter of the law. Now the law has been relaxed. None of the observe. The people they really give people card like that for delaying the start, all those kinds of things. But if now Arsenal, they'll give them. So like it's just quite unfortunate, and it doesn't end there. You get, because when you check the Premier League itself, them can't release a statement. They said the referee's call for penalty for a foul by Saliba on Joe Pedro was checked and confirmed by VAR, who deemed there was sufficient contact for a penalty. You get, that's what they said. Now people like Alan Smith, come aside the talk, say Aston player did something he had never seen before during the 1-1 draw versus Brighton. What is he talking about? The same Saliba incident. So that's in there. He say, like the man who scored 113 goals, that's him, Alan Smith. He said the situation was really, really unusual. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a player give away a penalty like this. Even Jamie Redknapp and Steve Sidwell, themselves when they argue the same incident. Get now, Alan Smith say the incident was a truly unique incident. Had this sequence of play, happen outside the box 18, referee no go give card. Let's assume say no be inside box 18 that happen. Now for midfield, you get, and 2 of them compete for ball. Do you think the referee will give Saliba card? No, you not go give him a card. And I'm waiting Alan Smith they talk, because it's just a clash of heads and both players got a bit of the ball. So how do you penalize? Like, okay, let's assume say Michael Oliver do mistake. Let's just assume say he do mistake. What about the VAR? The VAR took 3 seconds to check it. Back. That's all. Because I think I talk say in check like under 3 seconds here we've checked it, is a penalty. How? Like, you just create a useless precedent now, because moving forward, any other clash of heads now, people go to reference Arsenal match, say you give up for Arsenal match. We expect you to give it here now. Now what do people expect now? And you cannot rule out clash of heads in football as long as long balls they come and people have to compete. Heads must clash. Normal level. It's just quite unfortunate. And in fact, people got to blame Arteta, say like we were robbed. All through yesterday, we'll talk about we were live in the full time analysis for over almost 2 hours, 1 hour 43 minutes. No, nobody even talk about this penalty, like penalty. Everybody's not Arteta. Everybody just a blame. All right, so my dear Arsenal lovers, first of all, I think it's a fine place for us to bring you message from our first sponsor before we enter Mikel Arteta press conference. So today's video is powered by Mobile Wealth Associates and Co Limited. They are into construction services, dredging, canalization, real estate, and shore protection works. They're also into mechanical and fabrication services and procurement services nationwide. So if you want to reach out to them, you can call them on 08064642234. They're located at number 7, Kennywood Road, Oreas, opposite St. Stephen's Anglican Church, Port Harcourt. Even somebody be enter my DM say this Oreas in for your backyard, the Oreas deal. So when I'm Port Harcourt, me I come from Babana Lagos idea. Now one of our senior man community member get the business. All right, on to the press conference where Arteta do after the match. Arteta is very, very angry. Now, on the team's performance and the penalty, Arteta said, first of all, on the game, this is really a tough place to come. I think we started the game well in the first half, scored a great goal, and didn't really consider anything. But in the second half, we dropped our standards. Obviously, we don't play well in the second half. And the level with the ball, giving too many balls away, that's never allowed us really to generate momentum and dominance in the game to control and go for the second goal. And without really conceding much apart from that transition moment with Jacobo Minte, the penalty becomes a decision that is very, very disappointing. Now, on why Ite came off, Arteta confirmed that he felt some muscular issue, which was why they no get choice. You see again now, they no get choice. He had to come out. Now, on receiving booking for the throw-in, well, it happened. Now, on the team's performance and the penalty, first of all, on the game, this is really a tough place to come. Like, I think we started the game in the second half, a great goal. We didn't consider anything, but in the second half, I think we've taken that. Okay, now, on why Ite came off. Or, okay, on the booking delayed for corner, I think I took the screenshot twice when I know it. Now, on receiving bookings for delayed corners and throwing, we can improve that, certainly. We can improve. Because many people, they para say, why Ethan Waneri go dey delay from throwing. We don't enter corner now because normal na throwing. I know say Arsenal dey delay. They go count me. I go tell you why they watch football with the para. Throw ball now, throw ball. Like I gonna talk some kind of things I don't want to talk for here. I gonna para, but at the end of the day, the collector is not Ben White. So don't call up it. They don't initiate them now. They don't do them through corner. So I thought I say yes, they go work on them because we don't want to be seeing something like that today. Now on the penalty decision, you say I've never seen a decision like this in my career. I've asked the boys if they have, and nobody has seen it before. When you look at the incidents, the distance, the player, Joe Pedro, it no really makes sense again. Joe Pedro is touching the ball and Saliba is touching the ball. You can see contacts there. Now, on whether he has received an explanation from the officials, he said yes. They said they are going to look at it. On whether it's more painful to drop points over a controversial penalty decision, they say there are two things. First of all, the things that we must do better. Yes, we know so we don't play well. Can do better, and the ones that we can control. And then obviously there's all the things that are not in our hands, unfortunately, and can have a huge impact on the game. Things that are not in our hands, things like what Michael Oliver did. Why you will give penalty for something we say nobody don't give penalty before in the history of the game? You are not creating a useless precedent. That one not within our control. You get? Or maybe waiting Liverpool go play today. See, make I no lie for you. Liverpool will knock Manchester United waiting no good today. They will knock their Chelsea. It will be a miracle for Manchester United to even see draw. Not to talk of we say you won't win for the Anfield. To be a big miracle. Like if Manchester United do draw, supposed to even do Thanksgiving if they see draw. Because now we say Liverpool don't see Arsenal don't drop points, Chelsea don't drop points, and if they win, they will extend the gap. Bye they win. They go knock them waiting no good. For those way they get hope. You get, like I said yesterday, it is Liverpool's title to lose. It doesn't mean we can't see like they will not drop points in the future. But look at how we will deteriorate. Look at how we will scatter the goal. Injury, they chop us. You get, Liverpool no they get anything like injury problem. In the future, on the balance of probability, who you think say will drop more points between we and Liverpool as we did now? With the squad we have, with the squad they have, with the injuries we have, with the injuries they do not have, who do you think will drop more points? Let's call it a spade. Fine, I know we want to be realistic, we want to be hopeful. I think that's the right word. We want to be hopeful. But you still have to look at reality. Yes. We stand more chance on the balance of probabilities on dropping more points than them. Because tough match. Okay, look at our next match. Nobody the Newcastle Cup, nobody the semi-final. A very important match. Look at how our player is sick. A sickness bug that is contagious. Don't come catch Caravas, catch Odegaard. Look at Ethan Waneri, our Messiah who they praise. Baba said don't join the sickness table. But na person do us. Like it is quite unfortunate. And nobody at that hand the day. You get. But another sweet thing is say January day. Now we did. So we'll just watch. Now they can't ask Ateta say on whether we need a similar run to how we ran away last year. You get. No say last year we'll go Dubai, come back, come Bera. Now Ateta say, well, yes, but I mean that run that the run that we are in, especially with all the situations, injuries, illnesses, and players that we are missing, I think the team deserves a lot of credit. Yes. With what they happen for Arsenal and where we did, we really deserve credit because easy. It's disappointing because it's not how much we wanted. The effort we put in today was more about the freshness and the quality that we have to deliver in the second half to dominate the game much better. But I understand that a lot. Now, on the illness, waiting for the squad, he said Kai was tried, but he really was very, very honest and said, Coachy, I know if you train. I know if you train. I'm not feeling good at all. He said yesterday they even tried to see whether the guy go train. But at the end of the day, he tried his best, but he wasn't able to do that. Martin Odegaard gone away and he didn't train. He just said, Coach, we could see tomorrow, we could see how my body could do me because the sickness will catch Kayava as I don't enter Odegaard body. You get. But based on say we did very, very light. So Odegaard just try his best to see whether he go play one thing. Even when Odegaard enter, what will be the difference? Should Odegaard play anything when he enter? These are the issues. But people don't know about all these internal issues. They start to complain. Ateta. What do you want to make him do? With all these players out, what do you want him to do? You can't give what you don't have. Now, on whether we struggle to regain control on the match, he said, no, I think we ended the game better. I think in the last 10 minutes or so, we had a feeling that we could generate something and we were more on top. But there was a period that was uncomfortable with some players playing in different positions that doesn't feel natural, like Martinelli playing in Saka role. It's not a natural thing. And not having the capacity to freshen up because we don't have players on the bench. But again, that's down to us and we can do better. Now, on whether we need a new signing in the January transfer window, obviously we cannot make a decision based on one performance on one day where there are a lot of circumstances that affected us. Not only the players that were lost, but the subs to take it out. The one with Martin is introduced for a very limited time. Hopefully on Tuesday we'll be in a better position. Let us see. Now, on why we only had 9 shots today, because we don't play well. Get. You cannot just rely on one player to work. I think the process in the second half, especially we lack certain things, and it's normal because the fluidity that we have in certain areas with the players that we have is not the same. But certainly it's something we can do much better. You see, when in the morning show yesterday, when I did talk and say this match, you get that it go be because Brighton know they play 10 men behind it, but Brighton go dominate us. Get if you look the ball possession, Arsenal had the bulk of possession of 50, 56, 44 or something, you get overall. But when you look at shot on goal, Brighton dominated. When you look at saves, our keeper made more saves than their own keeper. When you look at shot off goal, equal 4-4, you get. When you look at the most important metrics for that match, they had more than us. Ball in the attacking play, they had more than us. Why? Because Brighton said them complete small. You get. We had some issues. Look second half now. If you see what the Brighton coach, they talking say we should have won. You get. At the end of the day, we escape because Baba they enter us. But it is what it is. I don't really blame them. Shana, the injury, if not be the injury, will be Brighton going to do all this thing. I just injury and I make them. It be like that. Look at what Ateta is saying. We had just 9 shots in total, both shot on goal or off goal. People don't even complain say Gabriel Jesus no even wipe shot from our side. Like nothing, but no display. Oh, you pay me. And based on say Havertz no, they couldn't go long because who you want to cross for? Shena, if the one that you want cross for making nod, Abishina Trossard they want cross for. Shena Gabriel Jesus want cross for making nod. So those are the issues all they get. And when we have corners, you know, say Brighton can't deploy the tactics way other people don't deploy now. They carry 3 players, drop for front. So we couldn't overload their own end. You get. So in fact, people don't see how they go take the catch us for that our corner to make sure say we don't get plenty bodies inside our box 18. And it's just quite sad. Say they don't already learn that tactics. You get. So it is what it is. Well, on the final notes, where they ask Ateta say on whether we earn the rights to win the game. He said the defensive part, I think we did a lot of great things. Yes, if not for our defense, if not for the defensive partnership of Saliba and Ruben Gallus, it could have been worse. I can tell you. Instead with the ball, we should have done better, and without them creating much, because Brighton said not really creates that much, even though they dominated, because they haven't. It's really a tight game, and there was not enough to win it. So, my dear Arsenal lovers, that brings us to the end of Ateta's press conference. Okay, so today's dates now 5th. But we'll see whether we will see any movement, transfer window, time they go, most whether they go do movement because it don't they did bad. Even Ricardo Calafiri after the match, when he admits say Arsenal should have done better after they take the lead. You get now Calafiri did not shy away from acknowledging the team's shortcomings. Speaking to BBC Live, he said, "I think we felt we could have done a bit much better to manage the game." And the goal that we scored in the first half, we should have scored another one. I don't know why we made so many stupid mistakes, but the good thing is we play again in 3 days against Newcastle in the Carabao Cup. Maybe we were too low and give the opponents too many balls, but I not be really stupid mistake like that. Injuries follow Cosa. So you can't give what you don't have. It's just the truth. Get now. I don't tell that Premier League don't drop statements or what they themselves think about it and say the referee and the VAR see them they right in the way they do them. Now, what did they say? Arsenal don't set price. Say Arsenal set price on this Jacob Kivior. You get on the way they say for transfer. Say they set 20 million for anybody who they interested in actually buying the player. Say 20 million with surface. The way they take say and well. For me, I know say now when season don't end, now we're gonna look. All this one, Arsenal really don't have an interest or shouldn't be selling Jacob Kivior in January. It don't make any sense at all for where me I did. Gets now Charles Watts when they talk about the match, gets so Watts kind of the opinion say the referee shouldn't have given that ball. You get say they very very wrong we then give the team. And when you check how the match they go, that's why Sunday of the opinion say you get say compare Arsenal to Liverpool. So when you look at the match you play, when you see the lineup, he was very very worried because when you look at the lineup, Arsenal played without Martinelli in the line in the first 11, without Odegaard in the first 11, without Kai Havertz in the first 11, without Bukayo Saka in the first 11. This now people will say they are your best attacking outlets. The way we did now in our current shape, they're your best attacking outlets. So when you see him, you don't really expect much. You can't give an analogy. Because say imagine Liverpool now today playing against Manchester United. You can't say Liverpool lineup. Liverpool can't they miss Cody Gakpo, Luis Diaz, Salah. You get, and he mentioned one other person again. Say if you see all these people, you get say Liverpool no deal with them. Do you think they will play the same way you know Liverpool have been playing? The answer is no. You get, so people need to put that into cognizance, put it as part of the variables where they put on your table as you analyze how they play that game. Obviously, we know we'll play to our strengths when all these 4 key players are missing. You get, so it's just quite unfortunate the way they happen. And Odegaard self, according to CHUKS, should never have been brought in the first place because in the sick, you know they well. Why bring him in? But if you look at the bench, who do you not bring in? Like one person talked yesterday for the full-time analysis. He said just the pity for Ateta. I think it was Oga Agbola. Saying just the pity for him because the situation with the man did now, it is very very bad and in the try. But it is what it is. People no go understand that one. So they say Ethan Wanderers don't join elite Premier League group after the Brighton goal win score. So Ethan Wanderers scores his first ever Premier League away goal on only his second start with England manager Thomas Tuchel in attendance. Yes, Thomas Tuchel come watch the match, get, and at the end of the day, we don't know whether they happy, whether I go come play, go pick it the one the next time. We don't want carry players. Now, you get another thing which Charles was mentioned, where I think we don't get any choice but to do that. Charles Watts say it is time now. In fact, this particular Charles Watts story, I don't want to make him as the major story of the day. Charles Watts say it is time now for Arsenal to pay over the odds for players. If they say Isaac now 150 million, pay him. We don't have a choice. If they say Gyökeres now 200 million, pay him. We don't have a choice. Because as it is like this now, we need refreshment. Like we need freshmen to come into the club, and even if they are over the top, pay. If they say Kohan at 70 million, pay him, make you bring him. That is what Manchester United or Manchester City want to do this January. Like you are in a situation whereby you don't have a choice. But how want they get this money? We want you to pay over the top. That's the major issue. Because before you know now, like what Chaswa is saying, we get injuries, we get problems, but thankfully, we still there in 4 different competitions. Yes, it is looking like the league is gone, but we still the Champions League. I think we're in either third or fourth in the Champions League table. We see the Carabao Cup, we see the FA Cup, and the possibility of us winning it is there if we can bring in new people. So you could easily say, okay, the league is looking like it's beyond our reach now, but spend money in the transfer window, buy players, and you may win the Champions League. You may win FA and Carabao Cup. The possibility there. Look at Newcastle match. Home and away. If you knock the night, don't enter final. But it remain not be semi-final. Back. Knock the night. Don't be final, don't enter. So you are just 3 games away from winning that one. So the possibility is big. So even if you don't win the Premier League this season, you can't go win FA Cup and win the Carabao Cup. Papa, people will still praise you, so you try. Based on the injuries where you get. So, but I don't know whether the Mateta they reason and towards the way Charles Watts they look at, because when he was saying that, I was watching him this morning, he resonated with me. I was like, this man makes sense, because we with the talk say all this Isaac, it took calls, all this thing, but at the moment now, Baba will not get choice. Charles Watts also said the league's still long. He said there's maybe like 18 matches to go or thereabouts. So many things could still happen if we buy players. But with someone they rely with this squad, they will get, they go sickness, they come back, they go injury, they come back. Baba, you know, go possible, you get. So now what's interesting, so I talk, I say, let you know. I don't know whether you subscribe to his line of thoughts, because I do, you get, so but not just to watch as things they go. All right, so I think it's fine place for us to bring you the second message from our second sponsor, Stina Imperial Collection. So they are a brand that you can actually trust, a brand that makes high quality leather products with genuine leather, and they make products such as belts, wallets, shoes, and slippers. So if you're interested in any of the services, you can call them on 081-3927-3778. So reach out to them if you're interested in any of their services. All right, so I can see one report from Talksport. So they say Itewaneri hands Arsenal another major injury blow as Mikel Arteta reveals really bad news. Now, Arteta when they talk about the Itewaneri situation. So Arteta say for now, say they don't know how long the guy will be out. So they have to leave everything to the doctors. When the doctors tell us how long it will be, so they will assess him because the muscular problem. I know it's not small in be. There's so much just to watch how it will be now. Imagine the match you won't play against Newcastle. Imagine 3 days time. Say Itewaneri no day. Martinelli, maybe that one no go start. The Odegaard no come dey because in the sick. We don't know how long that one said the sickness go elapse. Get now, okay, Timber will come back at least. Thankfully, so our defense will still get some kind of small bites. We will get problem now midfield and attack, creativity wise. Odegaard no dey, no dey. Get Saka no dey already. All these woes don't compound gone, but only God go save us. So my dad tell about the biggest news of the day. Now, but fast people like Gary Lineker call the comments and they talk say yes, Arteta is right. Because the penalty they give Brighton shouldn't have been given in the first place because he never see since when they do punditry and play football, he never see where they give penalty for that kind of thing. Say two people compete for ball, their head can clash, you can penalize one for one. He never really see him because so it is disgraceful. The FA is setting a bad precedent. Well, it is what it is, Sha. Oh, my dear Salvas, I think it's a fine place for us to call the show an end. So it's like come your way later in the evening. Till then, thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your day. Now get out. All right, guys. Happy Sunday.